Mania. So if you've never been to a show before, so take me on. These are things that you can be practicing up until the show. How long's Kofi been in the shows for now?
18 months.
Yeah. And how many shows has he been in?
Since COVID. Two. Yeah, first show he did, there were about 60 dogs in his class.
60 dogs.
And he got first place. And he didn't look like half the dog he was now.
So Kofi's been in a couple of shows already. Mel's now opened their own show school. She's doing junior handling, which is for kids. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, so junior handling's for children. If you're wanting to get your kids involved, to show your dogs, we're putting the link in the description for Mel's Instagram page, so reach out to her, you can see what she's offering, one-to-one training, show school, group training, also just getting a bits of advice on what to prep your dog for Merle Mania. So what we're discussing today is some things that you can be implementing into your dog for Merle Mania. The first one we've discussed is having your dog under full control, getting that obedience, making sure they are fully in the control, aware of what you're saying, not bouncing off the lead, not paying attention to everyone else. You want this dog to be fully concentrating on yourself. Tip number 2, find out what your dog's going to work for. Food, and food driven. Did he just love a bit of attention? Did he need a toy bringing in with him? Something that's going to keep them engaged with yourself.
He works for like praise, which he does, treats, toys, because you can take toys into the ring, like a squeaky toy or something. Work out what his like trigger is to get him to work for you. He just loves the praise. Got to sit for them to start standing.
So one thing that we've experienced ourselves is a lot of people, and what we all do is teach our dog to sit all the time. So in the show ring, you don't want your dog to sit. If it starts to sit down, you have to start picking it up all the time. It's great to have that obedience, but you need to be getting your dog to stand so you can get the correct position, correct posture, so the judges can see what you're actually looking to expect. So as you can see, Mel is now stacking the dog. This is something that you want to get familiar with, placing the dog into a set position. The look of Kofi's perfect stance. Mel's now going to do a little bit of a demonstration on walking the dog, stacking the dog. So for the show you need a show lead. So get onto Mel's Instagram page, the link will be in the description. She's selling show leads, it's something that you will need for Merle Mania. So Mel's going to take us point by point of what to do and what you're going to expect it to be seen when you're walking into the show ring. The correct walk, to the stacking, to how the judges are going to look and view your dog.
Walking your dog on the left hand side of you, always needs to be on this side because the judge can look at you. You'll enter the show ring. Stood, make sure you never get too close to the dog in front of you. Get your dog into position. I always stack the front first and then make sure the rear is stacked correctly. The judge will come, look down the line of the dogs, come up in front, approach your dog, have a look in his mouth.
So this is the bite, this is something that the judges will be looking for.
Not all dogs like judges doing it, looking in the mouth, so you might have to open it. But it'll also, some judges like to look inside the mouth as well. Then you need to be quick because you need to stack your dog up perfect. So the judge will come over, he'll look at his mouth, look at his face, and he'll go over the dog, feeling him. So you need to get your dog used to doing this as well. If he's a boy, check his balls.
We're looking at that, right guys, these are things that you can be doing continuously, day in, day out, 8 minutes or 5-10 minutes a day, but just continuously do it. Getting your dog used to being put into these positions, getting used to being in that stack so it becomes second nature to them and second nature to yourself as well, because you will be under pressure in the ring, there will be people watching, and you want to be making sure that everything's on point. We've got plenty of time, 5 months, 22nd of August before the show. So again, look how solid he looks. Sessions. As you can see, we've got a little much more foam down the corner. Cord, you're walking, the cord you're stacking your dog, so you can keep referring back to it and seeing how it looks from other people's eye. Kind of a diary on how your dog is progressing and how it is actually doing. Mel is always ready to be contacted on Instagram if you want any one-to-one training, distant learning, get involved in the show school. So something that we've experienced ourselves is teaching your dog to sit in the show when you don't want your dog to sit. So you'll hear Mel say stand, and it's keeping your dog standing. It's teaching it a completely separate command to stand, not just to sit. So it's going to be something that you need to implement into the dog as well, because if your dog's walking in and it gets used to sitting down because you've taught it to sit down, it's paramount that the dog stands. If you can see how Coffee's standing.
Obviously it's getting the position of the legs how they should look, but personally I find it easier to do it just naturally, yeah.
Trying to make it fun for the dog as well, not a chore. As you can see, Coffee loves it.
Thank you. Find somewhere quiet where you can add it to part of your walk and stack it up. Or just when you're walking, every few minutes, just stop, stand.
Stop, stand and stack.
This?
3 S's, stop, stand and stack. Do it on your walk, make sure that's a great way to get it involved in. Walk your dog, stop, stack it for a couple of minutes, keep walking. Always keeping it guessing.
You just stack your dog up and gone over your dog. He'll ask you to move with him so he can judge the movement and the gait of the dog. Good boy. Good. You don't want them going too fast or too slow. Sort of like a little jog. Dog walk around. If it's a big class, which it generally is, let your dog just relax until all the other dogs have been round, and then you need to stack your dog up again so the judge can have a final look over of them all. All the dogs will be lined up. He'll go over your dog, do your walk, go around the ring, then you'll stand at the back of the queue. Don't make him stack up because they don't want to be like that. I just literally kiss them all.
Give them the love.
Just show them love,
Yeah. Keep them relaxed. Stack. You're going to do your walk round the ring, and then you're going to add to the back of the queue. From there, just let your dog relax, give it some cuddles, keep its attention on you, until you get back into the final stacking position, which then the judges will do a final stack, final check of all the dogs, and that's it.
The biggest class that I've been in is probably the one that he got first place, and there was about 60 dogs in that class.
So, and how did you do it? So it was
So they split the class in half. We did 30 dogs. Picked so many dogs from that class, and then did the other half. Picked so many dogs from that class, and then he judged. Or let's say, for example, he picked 6 dogs all together. He'd judge those 6 dogs again, looked over them again, asked them to walk around the ring, and then made his choice from that. New turnouts like this, knowing how to correct those flaws in it so you can get it looking the best that it possibly can.
Easty-westy is something that is always talked about, is where your feet splay out to the side slightly.
I do them all different. Like if his foot was going to turn out, I'd probably put it more this way, so then when he's stood, he'd be more relaxed and his foot would turn to be straight.
Manipulation.
Really wide at the front. No, you don't need to do that. You need to make sure that when you look at the structure of how a bully should look, it should be square at the front, not like an A.
Sushi, putting the work in, something you've got to get your dogs ready as well. Getting that exercise in, getting them show ready also. Coming from Blue Bully Kennels. Big boy. Good. Easy boy. Zushi from Big Bully Kennels is only 8 months old. We're going to see him do some ring walk and some stacking. He's going to be entering in, he'll be 1 then, so it'll be the 12-month category he'll be walking in. One to look out for. So Freddie's going to be showing bamboo in the Merle Mania for us. So Mel's going to run through the ropes. This is what you can expect if you're doing a one-to-one session with Mel. Obviously check the board. Unbelievable. Cannot wait. Stay tuned.
Like, just slightly angled down. You don't want them to look like they've got diarrhea. Dip in the back. Yeah, some of them, like coffee, he doesn't actually sex. G's got a good, more of like a fast pace, so you can see them. Yeah, that's it. The leg up, bend it, and place it. Draw it forward with the treat so you can get that angulation.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Follow, like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it shed a little bit more light on actually showing your dog. Any questions, comment and we'll come straight back to you. Again, the link for Notorious Show School will be in the description. If you want to get hold of Mel directly, go onto her Instagram, give her a shout out. She's doing one-on-one training. She's got the show school coming up, so get your dogs prepped up ready for Merle Mania, August the 22nd, Bowlers Exhibition Centre, Manchester. Check it out, please.